And now the end is near. And so they face the final curtain. Well, Tommy Burgess and Damien Cook certainly did it their way. Welcome to Maroubra at the Rabbitohs Centre for the final Captains Run. And you might be wondering who that bloke is there. That is legendary trainer Les Bridge in with the family. And I just had a chat to him before. And I also just walked in and bumped into the great man Ron Coote. So there's a legend here in the crowd. There's legends about to come out. As you can see, the boys have not appeared yet, but there is a massive crowd in here today. I'll just spin you around and show you. This is the biggest crowd of the year for the biggest finale of the year. And there's Bridget, my 5'8" here, and the members of the borough, Michelle. Pierre's in. The hoods are here. And there's a few staff up there in the balcony, and a few of the families are in. But yeah, they did say 9:30 and we're all waiting for them, but haven't appeared as yet. It's an overcast morning here in Sydney, so it's quite appropriate really. It's a little bit gloomy, but it's still nice and warm. And as the plane goes over, so I just sort of come on nice and early. And obviously we're going to celebrate two club legends that are leaving today. Tom Burgess will be playing his 249th game for the club, and Damien Cook 207. So a lot of you would have saw the other day that I asked Cookie what he's doing once he leaves, and he was adamant that he is going to return, which is great news really for the club. Yeah, and welcome to everyone who is live chatting. We'll have a look at that. Of course we've got Karina Hazer in there. I know Dave Morton's here somewhere. I saw him walk in before. A lot of the regulars are here today, and a lot of new faces that might have decided to come in and check out the final Captains Run. It's a sad day for the club, and we're losing two guys that have been here for a long time, and a lot of the younger fans wouldn't even remember a time when there was no Damien Cook or Thomas Burgess. And there's a bloke that's not going anywhere, Keon Kalamatangi, and he's just gone over to see some family members or someone over there, Keon. Yeah, and someone's phone's ringing there, but yeah, Les Bridge, who I've got in the frame, a lot of you younger fans might not remember him either, but he trained the Melbourne Cup winner in 1987 called Kenzai, and it had the red and green colours on because he's a mad South fan. He knew Clive Churchill, thanks very much. Clive Churchill took him to his first game of footy, and he donated those colours to the club, the red and green silks of the great Kenzai. And he's been around for a long time, Les, and he not only trained the 1987 Melbourne Cup winner, he also just trained the Doncaster winner. So a long time later, he's still getting the job done. He just trained two Group 1 winners this year. Now here's a bloke who just put his head out, Richie Kenner. And there are a few milestones today. Richie Kenner is playing his 50th NRL game. Sean Kepi playing his 100th NRL game. And Leva Havili 150. So a few milestones, but it is being overshadowed by the two great Rabbitohs that are leaving. Damien Cook, what great service he's given to this club. Like I said, 207 games, but he's also played 17 Origins. He's played Tests for Australia. The bloke's done everything in the game. He can do it all. And Keon just gets a ball out for the young one there he's talking to. So at the moment he's the only Rabbitoh we've seen. But welcome to Bunnies TV. We are brought to you by the Juniors group of clubs, the Juniors Kingsford, the Juniors Maroubra and the Juniors Malabar. We're proudly supported by George's Cameras, and you're watching this on our Canon camcorder with thanks to georges.com.au. And all your IT needs are sorted out by seqit.com.au. Great team there. Speak to Michael, tell him Bunnies TV sent you. And last but not least, I haven't seen her yet, Nola Cheney from the Borough and Michelle, but Global Mouse Travel, the best travel agents on the planet. Whether you're going on a Disney cruise, going over to Universal Studios for a trip, speak to Michelle Cheney and she will organise the best VIP treatment for you ever on your American holiday. So we went on a bit early, and apologies to anyone who's expecting to see the Rabbitohs out yet. They're taking their time, and probably no surprise. They're no doubt having a meeting and saying their farewells, and there's might be already some tears shed, but yeah, we'll have a look at the live chat in a sec because we've got some time. I'll just take you around again and show you the crowd. We have got a big crowd in here, some media that are lined up, and you know, there's probably maybe a couple hundred people here that have come to watch this day, and it has been a season to forget here at Maroubra, but hey, we're still the mighty Rabbitohs, and we can only hope that next year's better. I'm sure it will be once we get some troops back on the field. Les Bridge, I was just talking to him about it. He said, when you become a South supporter, it's like a life sentence. Let me take you over here. We've got some fans over here in a great spot. See, this is where you can watch from at the Heffron Centre. There's 4 fans that have come for the Captains Run, and they've got a good spot there because the boys run over there and they'll be running straight past them over there. That looks like you over there. Richie Gannon, I think, but anyway. All right, so let me just have a look at the live chat while we're waiting. Oh, hang on, here comes the first bloke out, and that's Thomas Fletcher. Shout out to Dad, Nicky Bird. So Tommy Fletch, he's had a horrible season with injury, and you know, he might well have played first grade this year if he didn't get that injury, but unfortunately he did. Another bloke in that category is Ben Lovett, who broke his leg in the grand final last year and hasn't played a game all year, but the club has stuck with him for a good reason because he is a gun, and he'll be back in 2025 along with a whole lot of others that will be back. And so I'm just going to bring up the live chat now because we're still waiting. And thanks. There you go, you probably just heard that there. So we have got some of our regulars. Karina Hazard, David Morton. Ned Kelly's in there, said g'day Mavo and chat. Great to see Les there, great trainer, better bloke. Well, he absolutely is a great bloke, and we'll go back around to the great man because the Rabbitohs have still not come out. Carlix is in there, very much the same feelings about Cookie as I did when Bully did the same at the end of his career. Wish him all the best. Yeah, so Bully Luke left in 2015, and then Damien Cook came in 2016. So yeah, long-time fans will remember that feeling, and it is tough. But you know, where one door closes, another one opens, and you know, Pete Mamazella could be the man. Oscar McMillan's in there, said, are either Berryman's debuting? I can't answer that one, mate. Rory Herman said, is that Dan McMillan? I'm not sure. Darren Finlay's in there. And he said he's seeing if Latrell trains. Well, I don't know if he's going to train. He might be out here. He was on the bike here on Tuesday. Sess Payne said, g'day Mavo. Hello, mate. How are you? Craig Banks in there. He said, is Cody training? Well, let's have a look. So there might be a little injury cloud over Cody. We've heard that little rumour. Craig Crumlin says, Yamakara Bidges. Yamakara is greeting and Bidges is friends in Namia Nimpa language. Oh, that's a bit of a tongue twister, mate. But yeah, that's, yeah. Good question. And there's Michelle from Global Mouse Travel, who's just given us $79.99 in the chat. You are an absolute legend. Michelle, love you. I'm sure you're going to be there tomorrow night, so it's going to be an emotional time and emotional for the Cheney family because they are very close to Damien. I know that, and here's Phil, hello mate, how are you? Who I was just talking about Michelle, where they sit, and Phil sits with them there on the sideline at Accor Stadium, so it is going to be a big game. The last game for Damien Cook and Thomas Burgess out there at Accor Stadium at 8 o'clock, and two club legends are going who have done it all in the game, and they're still not out here. If anyone's just joined us, we're still waiting. There's a big crowd in, and including Phil. I've got to come around and see Phil, because Phil, show us that shirt you got on there, mate. Look at that. That's a cracker. So, loud and proud Rabbitoh, and you've been sitting on the halfway line with the Cheney family for decades. Almost decades, yeah. And you'll be there tomorrow night?
Mate, I'll be there. Can't miss it.
Yeah, it's going to be big, and you know,
for a sad night.
It is, you know, and I know, like I was just saying, Nola and Michelle are very close to Damien.
Yes, that's right.
But also Thomas has been at the club even longer, and he's a legend too. Yeah. So it's.
Yeah, Damo, I remember I was there. Damo give his jersey to Nola.
To Nola, yeah. Well, he did.
The week that we had Mike's funeral.
Yeah. So that was one of the moments we'll always remember, is when Michael Cheney passed away. Cookie went into after the game, went up to Nola and handed him his jersey. And we'll never forget that. That's the sort of bloke he is.
He's a great man.
He's a great man, and we will never forget those sort of gestures with the fans and how close he's become with this Rabbitohs community. He'll always be a Rabbitoh. And same with Tommy. Tommy would do anything for anyone. He's never shied away from coming over here with the fans and having a chat and shaking hands. He's just a very approachable sort of bloke. Big Tommy, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, mate.
Yeah. So, well, mate, I'm glad you come up.
It's the end of an era, really, isn't it? It's the last of our Burgesses.
It absolutely is the end of an era. And David Morton said his car is here, so he knows that. So the Trell watch is, he's definitely here. And there's Michael from the Rabbitohs. He's come out, so we're still looking for some players to come out. They're making us all wait, but I'm sure the people here that are watching this live stream are glad that they're here for this monumentous occasion. It is the last captain's run for the team, but more importantly, it's the last captain's run for Cookie and Tommy, who are, like I said, club legends. There is a big milestone for Havili and with 150 games, and Kepi with 100 games, and also Richie Kenner 50 games, but it's going to be all about Tom. You know, he came over, he was the last one to come here, and he's the last one to stay, to leave. You've heard the stories, but you know, he came over, he's played 45 games with Bradford in the Super League. Came over here and we weren't sure what we were going to get, but we know what we've got now. We've got a bloke that served this club as good as anyone. 249 games speaks for itself. He's a champion rugby league player. Played 37 tests for England and also Great Britain. So he's done it all. Just look over here, some more people rolled in. We're still waiting, but there we go. We've got some more fans in. They're all here today to see the last captain's run. We take on the Roosters, and they've picked a pretty good side too. So I'm sure you'll agree they have picked a terrific side, and there's people watching from all sorts of vantage points. But anyway, we're underway now, and the first bloke out is one of the young stars of the club, Jai Gray, and he's going to be starting at fullback in the last game. But one question will be, if once Latrell comes back next year, where do you play Jai Gray? Might ask Ben Hornby that in the press conference. So once this presser ends, we will, there's some staff up there at the Sana Rabbitohs, there's Jess up there. Might ask Ben Hornby that in the press conference. So when this finishes, this live stream, we'll move in for the press conference, and there's Jackie Mawali over there, one of my favourites, Davey's mum, we call her. She's a champion. I wonder if she'll do the whistle for us. She probably will. But she's a lovely lady, Mrs. Mawali. And yeah, so we just had a little sneak peek. Hey, Richie Nassif's in the house. There's Jai Arrow. So they're just teasing us now, poking their heads out. Who's going to come out? But yeah, back to what I was saying. So Ben Hornby press conference. Come back to Bunnies TV for that. We'll clip up the best bits, and you know, we've got some other stuff. I'm not sure if I heard you say, if you heard me before, but I did have a chat to the great Ron Coote. That's already up on Bunnies TV. And I've also managed to have a quick chat with Les Bridge too, so look out for that. Here comes the boys on this final countdown for the year. There's Ty Munro. Footy comes out with his boots. So Dean Hawkins has taken over from Jack Whiten. We will keep an eye out for, there's Cookie. We'll keep an eye out for him, that's for sure. So there he is. Damien Cook is on the AstroTurf, or whatever it is there, at the Rabbitohs Centre, here in Maroubra for the final time. Yeah, no sign of Tommy yet, but we'll move in. There he is, with the signature hat backwards. He's smiling anyway. And yeah, so welcome to Bunnies TV. The only place you can watch the Captains Run live and free across Australia and around the globe. But it is all about this bloke today. The bloke's been a great servant of the club, and not only that, he's a good bloke too. I can confirm that. He's always given me his time, never anything too much when you ask for a photo or a video. I did grab him after the presser on Tuesday, and he gave me a little exclusive one-on-one. There's Sean Kepi playing his 100th NRL game. So like I said, there's some milestones out here. There's a few kids running around too, and some families. Yeah, but there's Davey Mawali. So one of the young guns with one of the older ones. There's Zaitas, he's walking around all right, so that's good. But yeah, there's Tane, come over. Hey, Michelle from Global Mouse Travels in the house. I'm gonna have to spin around for that. Hang on, there she is. So she's live chatting and she's also here. So that's commitment to your team. And she loves this club like we all do, and it's a sad day. It's a very sad day, but we're going to bring you these pictures. We're going to get through it, and there is a massive crowd in here. It's a couple hundred people to see the boys. And there's Jacob Host there getting a little work on the hammies there. There's Jai Grace. Oh yeah, I will have a look at the live chats. Thank you for live chatting. Jai Gray, will he end up in the halves next year? Will he end up as the 14 off the bench? You've got to find a spot for him in the 17 somewhere, and who knows? There's two greats there. John Sutton, Damien Cook walk out. And there he is, got the family in, Cookie. So it's a real family and fan day here today. So he's, you know, you've heard him say he's spent a lot of his time here, nearly 10 years, and he's had a family, and he's just become part of the Rabbitohs family, really. And the little ones there just mingling with the boys. There's Blonky over there, Liam LeBlanc, and here's the captain. So here's commitment. This bloke here. You wouldn't know that he's not playing, would you? He's suited up, and he leads by example. Does our Cameron Murray. There's no putting the cue in the rack. He's going to stay with the boys, and I'm sure he'll be on the sideline tomorrow night cheering them on, as we all will be if you can either get to the game or if you have to watch it live on Channel 9 or Fox League. I'm a Fox League man myself, prefer that call. But there they are, and this is their last training session. And well, I know Cam will be eligible for the Pacific Test, I think. So if he served his suspension, which I think he has 2 games, he'll be one of the first guys picked for that Pacific Test because he's one of the best forwards in the world. And there's Cody. So anyone wondering if Cody's fit to train, let's have a look. Last time we had a look at his calf, we had Cody's calf cam, and he goes over to the little fella there and says hello. So he's a family man too. Here's our Codes. And all indications are he's going to be all right. I'm sure he's going to want to play against the Roosters. He does fire up for those games. Does Codes. And look at the bloke that's just come over to talk to him, Burgess. So there's the 3. A little handshake there from the 2 departing champions, Thomas Burgess and Damien Cook. There's not a dry eye in the house. If you're watching this and shedding a tear, I don't blame you, because they are 2 guys that you just don't replace easily. Tommy Burgess, 250 NRL games, international. Like I said, 37 tests for Great Britain and England. And Cookie, 17 state of origins, setting the rugby league world alight, this bloke. And we're all proud that he was a Rabbitoh and he was an origin star and he's a kangaroo. And we'll claim him as our own, even though he started at the Dragons in 2013, the same year Tommy came from Bradford. And there's a bit of a ruckus going on here, but so all the boys are out, and you can see them there. We'll fit them all in the frame. But yeah, Cookie came from the Dragons to the Bulldogs, and then we got him from the Bulldogs, and Isaac Luke took off, and then Cam McGuinness was gone the next year, and then it was Cookie's job. And even though we had Robbie Farah for a little while, it's always been Cookie. He's always been our man. So there we are. There's our boys, and I haven't even mentioned Tallis Duncan yet. It's his first start at lock, and I know he's very proud of that, and he's wearing the golden number 8. I'll find him in a minute, but there's Trelmid in there with the boys, and they're doing a little guard of honour here for the boys. Yeah, for Tass. Isaiah Tass is going through. There he goes. Oh, I thought they were doing that for Tom. And that was Jackie's whistle there, you would have heard. The first man out on the field is the captain. The captain's run. There he is. Let's bring you back around. Yeah, so the uppers there. And there he is, Tal. So a special golden number 8 for this bloke, and he is very proud to say that he'll be wearing. That'll look good on him too. He had a big smile on his face on Tuesday, and he's wearing the great Ron Coote jersey to honour him, because it is Ron Coote Cup tomorrow night. It's the aggregate of 2 games, and we've got to win by 43 to get it, so it's going to be tough. But anyway, there he is, Damien Cook. Little bit of skill there, and would have been nice if that flick worked. Cookie, try it again, mate. There we go. There it is. Thank you very much, mate. All the skills, this bloke, and just did it there. Rabbitoh 1117. And a sad day for the club. I know I keep saying it, but it is true. The bloke's a champion on and off the field, and very sad to see him go. I do keep calling him the beach sprinter, but he's much more than that. But you know, we'd love to get some footage of him doing the beach sprint back in the day for the surf club and the flags. I used to love that myself. Here's a bloke that never grew up doing that. On the streets of Dewsbury, there was no beach sprinting and flags and the swim and the board. Pretty sure they might have went to the local barbs out there at Dewsbury in England, but nonetheless, he's an Aussie now. And he did confirm the other day that it's only a brief stint in England. He will be back. He's coming back to the land down under, because no offence to any of our English fans and viewers over there in the old Dart, Yeah, once you've lived in Australia, in Sydney, there's no other place in the planet that's just quite like it. The harbour city, the beaches, the people, and the football club. The club in South Sydney called the Rabbitohs. The pride of the league, and this bloke's one of them, Rabbitoh 1096. And we are grateful to the Rabbitohs for giving us this exclusive access, live and free on Bunnies TV, with thanks to the juniors, Kingsford, the greatest club on the planet. Plenty of entertainment in there. But yeah, Thomas Burgess, one of the 4 Burgess brothers, the last remaining one. And I did like the other day when I spoke to him about the grand final win, and it was him, Sam and George, but he did mention that Luke played in that 2014 season, so he deserves as much credit as the other boys, and that's true. Every bloke, there's blokes like Nath Merritt as well that didn't make that grand final team, but certainly played a big part in that 2014 season. So yeah, that's the sort of bloke he is. He's thinking of his big brother, Luke, and if you're watching this, mate, champion. I know Mum Julie might be having a look at this, and hopefully big Sammy over there in Warrington and wherever you are, Georgie. But you heard the whistle there. They're going to go through some drills here. So thanks again to everyone who's joined us. We will stick with this footage until they tell us to turn cameras off for the final time. But there they are, leading the way as usual. Tommy B and Cookie. 2 of our greatest Rabbitohs. And, you know, I know I talk about it a bit, but anyone who plays 1 first-grade game should be proud of that. Anyone who plays 50 like Richie Ken's about to do tomorrow night should be exceptionally proud of that. Exceptionally proud. And then anyone who plays 100, well, that's a big milestone. That's huge. But to go on and play 200, that is legendary status. It certainly is. It's no doubt about it. 200 NRL games means you are the elite of the elite, and these 2 guys are that. And the fact that we're losing them both, it's very sad. It's a sad occasion, and especially when the club is where we are, we're not going good. We haven't been winning games, and we need a fresh start next year, and without those 2, we've got to start a bit of a rebuild. And there's the coaches there. There's Ello with the ball, my former teammate. You got Steve Maven on the camera here, Rabbitoh 757. And that's Ello there. I'm not sure what number he is, but he made his debut before me. He's a couple of years older than me, Mark. You got Coach Hornby out there, and there's Joe O'Callaghan on the right with the ball. He's leaving this year, so thank you, Joe, for your service at the club. And I think that's David Ferner there. I am looking across into the defensive coach. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Dave Ferner. And Ben Hornby will go back as an assistant after today. Or maybe I'll ask him about that, how he's going to feel about doing that. But he's still going to be on staff. And yeah, next year, hopefully, is better. That's all we can hope for. A better 2025. Now, we are looking for Cody out here, so let's see if Cody's all right. I did hear he had a bit of an injury, and if he's, let's have a look. I think is it him over there? Let's have a look. I'll try and looking over the lens now to find him. Now there he is. Rabbitoh 1115. There he is. He's moving all right. We'll keep an eye on the ball work once the cameras go off and see if he runs with the team. You got Dion Tialpa as cover. Neon Dion. So yeah, there's the extended bench. There's a few there. There's a young fella called Brock Gray on the extended bench, and I'd like to have seen him get a run, but maybe next year's his time. I'm not sure, or if he's still with the club. Yeah. So the final countdown. They did it their way. Tom and Damien. And there is a huge crowd in here watching this, but welcome to everyone who's watching this live and free on Bunnies TV. your 2024 Rabbitohs. This is the last session and they are playing the Roosters tomorrow night. The women's team have got their second last game on Saturday at Zeems Park down in Wollongong. They're taking on the Illawarra Steelers. So shout out to Coach Jason Dorahy and all their star players like Maddie Studden and Kiana Takarangi, young Curly McGregor, and thanks to all those young ladies for giving Bunnies TV access, and good luck. Might try and get out there next week to have one last look at their training session, because that'll be the only Rabbitohs team after today available for any sort of media or anything. So yeah, the boys are coming in. Just seeing Shaq Mitchell over there. They're doing a bit of training, so they're just coming in now. I wonder what they're saying in there. There you go. Bit of chatter behind me. People from the borough and elsewhere in. Okay, so they'll start doing a bit of ball work now. So our time is limited. They'll kick off. They'll drop out from underneath the posts and they'll start a little ball work drill, just to warm up the shoulders. Yeah, so I imagine Tommy will be involved in the Pacific tests as well. Oh no, it's Pacific, so no, he won't. So there you go. England's not in the Pacific. So I don't know, they got rep games. I probably should have done my homework, and there he does a little drop out, and it was a shocker. He got the legs, got the distance. And yeah, so we'll just stick with this for a little while, but I'm pretty sure Jez Monahan will be out in a minute to tell us to turn it off. And the boys are fired up, and there he is. Big Tom. So it's a turnover there. So you got to keep possession in this drill. And we'll stick with it until they tell us not to. So Jez just looking over them. This could be it. And that's a bit of a bludger of a kick again, but that bloke Tommy's over there, and he's had an air swing there, I think. And that's about it. So it's fitting that we've got Tommy on the camera. And where's Cookie? He's over there. Damien. That's it, Jez. Thanks, mate. Appreciate the support all year. And we'll just bring it around here, and I'll just bring it around onto the crowd while I just have a look at the live chat. You're right. No worries, mate. No worries at all. Oh, there's the Falcon over there. Like so.
Yeah, that's it.
I'll just
go get a shot of the crowd. Yeah, that's fine, mate.
Yeah, I'll just.
Yeah,
Mario's here. The Falcon. I'm going to go and say hello to him. So I'll leave the camera on him, and I'll go and say good day to the great man. Just let me get out of here, Bridge. Sorry. I've just put myself in a corner. Hello, mate. Muzza, Falcon.
Hey.
Steve Maven.
Hey, Mavo.
How are you, buddy?
Yeah.
Good to see you. Well, we're still live here on Bunnies TV, and I saw you in the crowd, and I thought I've got to come over and say hello to the great man.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, the Bunnies.
You all right?
Yeah. Going all right, mate.
Good to see you, mate.
Mavo and I played together.
Yeah, back in the day.
Back in the day, a long time ago.
You did, yeah. And I just...
You never give him much Wally, Rick.
I give a few uppercuts.
Hey, and I deserved them too.
No. What about that? He deserved them too. Bye. Hey, bye.
Look at this bloke. Anyway, I'm glad to... Good day, mate. I've got to say hello. Well, there you go. Bit of exclusive extra footage there. Hello.
Go, do your job. Do your job, mate.
Hang on a sec. My job. So I'm just going to go around to Michelle. There she is.
Zoom in on her.
Oh, I am. Don't worry. How are you, love? You all right?
Good to see you. Love you, darling.
You too. Love you.
You coming to sit with us?
No,
Mum's up in the box.
I've got to bloody work. Yeah, I should have.
Sort of good, isn't it?
No, so you'll be there, but is Mum here today? Or?
Yeah, she's right there.
Oh, there she is. Nola, hello. You're all right?
Beautiful words you said to us. Thank you about
No,
us.
yeah, no worries. Thank you.
Yeah, it is hard. So
And yep.
I'm only here for Cookie today.
And
That's, and Tommy.
just remember, Global Mouse Travel, the best travel agent in the business. If you want to go to America or go on a cruise, see this lady here. Tell her Bunnies TV Steve maybe
Bunnies
sent you.
TV, the Bunnies
She
TV
will
sent me.
She will look after you. There's a link.
Give you a discount.
There's a link in the description of this video.
Yep, that's it. God
All right.
love you.
Good to
Take
see you.
care. Good to see you.
And also, so I'll just have a look at the live chat. And Darren Finlay's given us $10 in the chat too, mate. You're a legend. Peter Bennett's in there. He said, "Hi, Mavo. You know what win-loss ratio is since leaving Redfern?" Well, it hasn't been good, has it? So we haven't had a whole lot of success since we've come here. Clayton Ives is in there. He said Tallis Duncan was outstanding this year, big heart, and both Cook and Burgess will get a goal kick each. Well, let's hope they do. Let's hope we beat the Roosters and one of them will get a kick a goal. I'd like to see Tommy taking one from underneath the post. The boys are still out there. Lucas Parsons is in there. Hello, mate. He said, "I got a good feeling this week." Well, there you go. I like the positivity. Here comes a ball that's been kicked our way. I don't want to hit the camera. Louise Scobie, channel members in there. She said, "Thanks for the work all year, Mavo." Well, thank you, Louise. Thank you very much for your support. And also to Karina Hazer in the middle of the night in Germany. She's woken up to come and live chat with you fans here on Bunnies TV. I'll just zoom back out a bit. Yeah, so we'll come around a bit more. I will end the stream in a minute. Given this is, and Craig Cromlin said, "Given this is the last game for the season, what does Bunnies TV with regards to updates, etc." So yeah, we'll keep in touch. We'll have a little break now, and like I said, maybe do some stuff with the women's team. But I'd like to thank everyone for the support. Witt's in there. He said, "How good would it be if Cookie got a try and Tom converted it?" Well, Witt, that's the comment of the well, it's up there anyway. Well said, mate. Yeah, it'd be nice. Thomas Burgess under the post. Damien Cook converts. Rabbitohs win 44-0 and get the Ron Coop Cup. But if not, we'll still be Rabbitohs. The sun will still be shining on Saturday morning, and we'll be back in 2025, bigger and better than ever. Thanks again to everyone. I will end the live stream there, and we'll catch you again next time. Up the mighty Rabbitohs.